So why document your business processes? What are the benefits of knowing all the various processes in your business? Well, in today's video, I'm going to answer that question. Why document your business processes? Hey, what's going on? My name is Peter and welcome back to this video series where we take a simple step-by-step approach to improve your business. And also, I want to answer a question that one of my followers on Twitter asked me about the previous episode. And if you haven't seen that episode, then check it out in the, it's up here, I think it is. There's a link to it, or there's a link to the first episode of this series in the description below. Now, before answering the question, why document your business processes, I want you to imagine for a moment, close your eyes, just get nice and relaxed and imagine for a moment that you woke up one morning in a maze. So you're in a maze, you've got no map, the walls are really high and unscalable, you can't climb up the walls. How are you going to get out? Believe it or not, most businesses are being run like this. They're actually stuck inside a maze and they're traveling as far as they can see. The question is, how do you get out of a maze? Apart from getting a map. And I guess the answer is being able to see the maze from a top level, from a very high up. Now let's flip it around a little bit. What if I gave you a mobile phone with Google Maps? And you can use this Google Maps to locate the exit and also find the directions from where you are right now, and it'll give you turn-by-turn directions to where you need to go. What are the reasons why you should be documenting your business processes? One of the reasons is it gives you transparency. It gives you transparency in the way you run your business. Now, an example of transparency would be that example that I gave you earlier on with Google Maps. So for instance, if you want to drive from wherever you are right now to a new destination about, 50 kilometers or, 50 miles away, these days you'd put it into a Google Maps and Google Maps will give you the directions. It'll give you turn-by-turn directions. At the same time, it'll also give you a visual map and it'll draw the path that you should be taking. And along that pathway, it'll also show you where are the traffic jams. In red, it'll usually highlight the roads that have traffic jams in red. And then what does this give you? It gives you a step-by-step instruction on how to get from where you are to where you want to get to. And also, it gives you a map of all the potential traffic jams along the way so that you have an opportunity to decide whether or not you should follow that route or you should take an alternate route. Another example of transparency is an X-ray. So usually when you get an X-ray done, the result is the X-ray image of, for example, your skeleton. And so what does that tell you? It gives you transparency if there are any breakages or any fractures. It gives you like an in-depth look, right? Imagine getting that kind of transparency in your business, in the way your business operates. So it's really like a high-level view of all the things that occur from the very start of, getting your customers, whether it be marketing or sales, to the very end, which could be looking after, like client nurturing, retention, those kind of things. And everything in between is documented or in like a step-by-step, turn-by-turn directions, as well as a map, a visual map that you can see. The next reason why you want to document your processes is because you can improve your business by improving your processes. And what I mean by improvement, it's particularly measurable improvement. You may have heard of things like KPIs, key performance indicator, or metrics. And you may have heard of the saying, what gets measured gets improved. For example, let's say you've decided that you want to lose some weight. If you do go see a personal trainer, what's the first thing they do? They take a full measurement of how you are right now. Because if they know how all your measurements, your weight, your fat content right now, then you're able to measure the improvement as you continue your workout regime. Another reason why you want to document your business processes is something called modeling. Modeling is very important in the business improvement or business management consulting world. Let's say, for example, you are a business coach, but let's say, for instance, as part of you're having trouble retaining your clients. They're not coming back to you for whatever reason. The beauty of mapping or knowing your business processes is that we can identify where are your weakest, where are the traffic jams in your business process. We're able to take the processes that work for the ideal coaching business and we put that into your business. And then we measure and we see how that works in your business. So modeling is taking something that is proven to work and basically installing it into your own business. And it's just epic. The way it works, it's one of those ways of predictable transformation. Now let's talk about the benefits and outcomes of documenting your business processes. One is we're able to see revenue growth. The next is cost reductions. The next is compliance. And by compliance, I mean, for example, let's say you have tax obligations. Part of your business processes is involving those compliances, the tax compliances. Or you might have a physiotherapy business or, some kind of business where there is a requirement for being compliant with various laws and registration and so on and so on. Other benefits include risk management. And so, there's a difference between, one of the business principles is the difference between activities that are risky and activities that are taking risk into consideration. Another benefit is productivity improvement. Then we've got client intimacy improvement. In an upcoming video, I'll be talking more about how to systematically put a process in to ensure that we improve our client intimacy and why is client intimacy so important. And just a quick hint, it's all about retaining your clients and building missionary clients who will rave about your business. And lastly, transformation and innovation agility. And what that means is, say for instance, something has happened in the marketplace where you've needed to quickly, rapidly change your business for some reason. There could be a structural change. There could be a new law that has come out, or maybe the kind of service that you're offering is no longer relevant. Well, how agile is your business and how quickly can it shift or pivot? And having a business process will really help you, give you transparency, to give you strategies to become agile, to change, to morph with the times in a positive way without being pushed back and losing profits and all that kind of stuff. Before we end this video, I want to answer a question that one of my Twitter followers asked me from the previous video. And the question is from Success Mindset. They asked me, hey Peter, if my service type business is running like an assembly line, won't it become monotonous and boring work? And this is a very good question because in the first episode, I was defining what business process is and basically how a business process is, how each process runs in a sequence, step by step, like an assembly line, how each person does one job and then passes it on to the next person. When you think about a factory line, a factory assembly line, it can be very boring, monotonous work. You're doing the one thing again and again, repetitive all day. So here's the thing, in business, you don't want drama. You want drama out of your business. If you want drama, then turn on the TV and watch a soapbox or watch some kind of crazy movie that has a lot of drama. Watch the football. That football is full of drama. But when it comes to business, you want a very boring business. And by boring, I don't mean you have to be bored of your work. What I mean by that is you want to eliminate things that have variation in your business, in the things that you do, the inconsistencies and the variation. So when you minimize the variation, your output is consistent and it's predictable. I will go more into detail about this in the coming videos. In the next video, in this series, we'll actually pull up the drawing board, or in this case, I'll actually start drawing on a whiteboard and we'll start workshopping the first stage of documenting your business processes. Okay, so it's going to be really interesting. It's going to be hands-on, and I'll be using an example of a business as a case study so we can all learn and start to improve. I'm going to keep it as simple as possible And if you have any questions about this video or the upcoming videos, please ask the questions in the comments in my YouTube channel and I will get back to you. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, then feel free to share it and like it and so on. And remember, together we are better.